X-Plane 12 has released. The 12th version of Laminar Research X-Plane series shows many new features and has been highly anticipated in the flight sim community. My name is Joel and I've been a massive X-Plane fanboy since 2019, and when X-Plane 12 was announced I was highly excited. The main features include a new weather model, clouds, animated airports, and a lot more. In this video I'll take an in-detailed look at the new flight simulator, going over some of the key features and giving my thoughts on them. I will also try to put some of my X-Plane add-ons into the flight sim to see how they work. So without further delay, let's get straight into it. The first thing I decided to do was load into the Cessna 172 at Los Angeles International Airport, so I could take a closer look at what large international airports are like. Here you can see a quick flick through of different times of the day, and this clearly shows the amazing lighting model of the airport as well as the beautiful sky colours. I am running at maximum settings at this point and will be throughout the whole video unless said otherwise. The static aircraft are very detailed and look amazing. The default scenery also features a lot of famous Los Angeles airports features such as the control tower and this arch. We now have proper airport environment so you can enjoy the sights and sounds of the airport. The runway textures are also massively improved. They are miles better than the ones in X-Plane 11. The runway also has puddles if it's raining. This is a very cool feature, but some puddles do look a bit triangular and some blocky. I took off out of LAX to take the Cessna for a quick spin to check out the weather system, FPS and scenery. The FPS can be seen in the top left corner. I know it's a little small, but this is just the default X-Plane FPS counter. The beloved X-Plane camera system hasn't changed and it still allows for cool views like this flyby one. I climbed out well away from Los Angeles and flew in a straight line over the sea. This is a perfect opportunity to check out all of the different weather settings. The weather system has a lot of customization, but here I'm just testing out the presets. Right now this is clear. This is VFR few clouds, VFR scattered, VFR broken, IFR non-precision where you can see the wonderful new rain effects, IFR precision, convective where you can see some lightning in the distance, and finally large cell thunderstorms. I then jumped into the Cessna 172 with float to take a closer look at the new water. By the looks of things, there isn't really a proper sea landing animation. However, the water is 3D, which is something we haven't seen in X-Plane before. There are a lot of brand new aircraft in X-Plane 12, but a lot of them are also just ported over from former versions. I'm not going to showcase all of the new ones in this video as I think that would make the video drag on a bit more than it needs to, but I will showcase two of the main new ones now. Starting of course with the Airbus A330. Before buying X-Plane 12 I had seen reviews by some people saying they were very disappointed with this aircraft, but to be honest I have to disagree. The exterior modelling is actually very good and the texture quality is incredible. The cockpit looks like a bit of a funny shape compared to the other A330 in X-Plane, the jar design, but the colours are pretty good. A lot of the buttons work too, and the environment sounds are brilliant. The system depth is not very good at all, with the FMC being just the default Boeing one with an Airbus layout, with an Airbus exterior model. However, you have to remember, this is a default aircraft that comes with a simulator, and xplane has not been known for the best default aircraft. I'm sure we'll get a mod similar to the Zebo mod for the 737-800 that will transform this aircraft into something amazing. It also features a very nice interior with this fantastic cabin. Now enjoy a departure out of the closed runway at Gatwick Airport. I'm sorry, I didn't notice I was on the wrong runway until it was too late. On departure, the aircraft felt weird. It responded to runway bumps very dramatically, the gear went up by itself, and the wings were flapping like a bird. The sounds, however, were very, very nice, and once it was in the air, it was a pleasure to fly. I then did a landing on the correct runway.
Forty, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
The plane felt relatively good on landing, however I have a couple of complaints about landing the aircraft. Auto throttle doesn't turn off when you idle the thrust levers as it should in an Airbus aircraft, and also there were no call-outs until 40 feet. And now here's a quick look at the second major default aircraft, the Cessna Citation X. It is quite detailed and features a nice cabin, however once again it just has the default xplane FMC, so the system depth is not very good. The next thing I did was head to Bellacoola Airfield in British Columbia, Canada. I picked this airport so I could take a look at the trees, which have improved since X-Plane 11 but still aren't amazing. The mountains haven't really changed since X-Plane 11. I also tried out the new season system, which is something never seen before in X-Plane. Right now it is summer. This is autumn, where you can see a slight change in the land down below. And here in winter, you can't notice too much of a difference. However, if you decrease the temperature to below freezing, you get snow. The snow covers all the trees and mountains, and you can even see it on the runway. The last thing I wanted to check out was if I could copy scenery and aircraft from one sim to the other, X-Plane 11 to X-Plane 12. Now, I'd heard previously that some of them would not be able to do this. I'd heard rumours that the Zibo 737-800 and the Tolis A340-600 were very simple, and all you had to do was copy and paste it to try the aircraft out in X-Plane 12. Both the aircraft worked fantastic. I also tried out two scenery packages, Misdirect San Diego, a freeware scenery, and Aerosoft Dublin, a payware scenery. Both ported over to the simulator very well. That's the end of my look at X-Plane 12, so now it's time to sum up my thoughts. X-Plane 12 is obviously in early beta release, so I wasn't expecting a perfect simulator. I must say, what was shown in the previews is exactly what we got. An incredible weather system, much more detailed clouds, and some new aircraft. Some improvements I would ask for is better lighting. It seems very dark in the cockpit all the time. I also find the scenery and cloud in the distance to be very blurry, but to be honest, this has always been the case in X-Plane. I'm sure that with time this will become a very good simulator once the community starts to make more add-ons. So I would recommend downloading the demo, seeing if you like it, and then making the purchase. The price is $59.99, and I believe you get X-Plane 11 with it as well, so there's always an older version to fall back on, so you haven't really got anything to lose. Thanks for watching. We are getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Goodbye.